I started going to MCC when I was 17, senior in high school, because I was homeschooled. And so I decided to get some college credits right away so that way I could get a jump start. I thought that MCC was such a good fit because they have flexibility in location, in hours and times I can take my classes, and the instructors were really dynamic, and I liked the small class sizes because I had always gone to small schools or had been homeschooled, and so it was a really easy shift from high school into MCC. My area of study at MCC was originally Spanish. I really just loved the language, and I decided that I wanted to be a translator. But now my area of study has shifted into elementary education and ESL, which is English as a Second Language. I was able to go with MCC to Guatemala in 2012 on a short-term study abroad trip, and it was absolutely amazing. The instructors were great, the trip itself was great. I really just fell in love with the country, and it's definitely one of my passions, learning about Guatemala, and so going there in the future and really building into those communities is really what I want to do. What I loved most about Guatemala was the people. It was a beautiful country. The people there also were so welcoming. I went and lived in this woman's house for 2.5 weeks, and she was just so hospitable, and serving us breakfast every morning, serving us lunch every day, and just everything that they had, they were willing to give to us, even though a lot of them didn't have much. We were able to work with a children's home. It was like an after-school place for kids to go, and that's really actually what inspired me to go into education and to do what I am doing now. We were able to paint a mural on the side of this facility for them, and it was a map of the world. And it was so cool because they were able to put into context where they live in accordance to where we live and where others live. Their world, often they can only see it, it's so small because they've never seen other parts of the world or country. The public school system in Guatemala, it's not very consistent. If children don't want to go to school, they don't have to really. A lot of their families are farmers, or they have a trade, and so the parents don't see it necessary for the children to go to school if they're going to grow up and work in that trade. It's just a ton of orphans and a ton of kids that don't have a lot of money, and so they can't go to school even if they do want to go to school. And so I really want to go and just help this education system along, or build an education building where I can bring these kids in, give them an education, and then get them into our workforce either in Guatemala or somewhere else. I just want to go there and try to help the kids that they all need education, but really help them and build them up and support them in their dreams. Metropolitan Community College, Educar al Mundo.